because I don't remember a lot as I've shared already, and you've seen my blank moments when I sit there and stare at the camera. I look down and I'm like trying to think of where I was, what I was talking about, what I need to talk about next. But that's my everyday life. I go through that all the time, brain fog or something. I don't know what it is.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
But that's from being a little traumatized from just being in like 18 different states in less than a week, right? So
Yeah, maybe.
probably.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we're gonna kind of wrap things up here, Roy. But I do got another question for you, maybe two more actually. So when it comes to RF, so pure RF, let's say just coax versus optics.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, you can only pick one. Which is black magic? In other words, which one is like, wow, I can't believe that it even works with all the things that it has working with it, all the stuff inside of it, how it functions.
Salagadoola, metricaboola, bibbidi bobbidi.
Well, I think early in my career, cable was black magic. I couldn't understand how the signals went through this small cable, got to your TV, and you got the information you wanted, right? But nowadays, fiber is black magic. I mean, I understand how it works from a professional perspective, but just to think that every signal we have in this industry travels through a piece of glass, hollow glass, the size of your hair, blows my mind. Like who thought of this to begin with, right? Who stretched the molted glass to get a hollow fiber and all, like, who thinks of that? Is this alien technology or what? But yeah. And there's some really, really good resources out there. A lot of good technicians, engineers that really understand photonics in itself. And I'm trying to be one of those. I still haven't completed my mission of being what I want to be when I grow up. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what that is. But
I've been looking forward to this.
I am going to learn as much as I can along the way. So, there's a lot of good mentors out there.
Yeah, that's righteous, because if you know everything, then you kind of get stale and bored, and that's the beauty of telecommunications, right? Is the reality is it changes so rapidly that this new technology, you're going, okay, oh, this does this now, and oh my goodness, okay, changed my mind.
And there's always room for improvement. As soon as you think you're where you're going to be for a long time, it changes. Somebody else thought of something else, some new technology to get there, and ideas are welcomed here. If you have an idea or a solution that works, bring it up to your peers, bring it up. Make sure you patent it first, because you want to get credit for it later. But bring it up and bring it to the industry. Get involved in the standards, get involved in everything there is to get involved in. If you're going to do it 100%.
So somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Go big, go big or go home, right?
It. That's right. But if you do it half-assed, I mean, that's what you're going to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
So
I think that good old saying, truthfully, garbage in, garbage out, is the truth, right? If you're kind of taking some knowledge here and but not really care, then when it comes to providing your expertise, you're not going to be that valued, because you weren't really sponging up the knowledge, if you will. And when it comes to knowledge, I think we both agree we were all given 2 ears and one mouth for a reason, to listen and be quiet, right?
Yeah. Well, I use my mouth for a couple different things. One being bourbon, as you can see in the back.
I need a drink.
Along with this job comes, a drinking habit. And no, I'm just kidding. Just joking.
Great.
I drank in excess. I was drunk. I'm drunk now. I'm drunk right now.
Yeah.
So now that you brought up the bourbon, I just have to ask, what is your favorite bourbon?
Well, my daily go-to, of course, is Buffalo Trace. But there's a lot of good weeded bourbons out there, like a Distiller's Collection from Rebel, or Green River's a real good one that my boss introduced me to the other day. Really good as well. But there's so many choices out there. I think the best thing you can do is try them. Try them and decide what tastes best to you. It's an acquired taste for sure. The first time you have it, it's gonna be like paint thinner. But you start to develop, a sense of smell, a sense of taste as you drink more and more. And then you get tired of drinking and you just let it sit on a shelf like this. Really? And you don't drink hardly ever. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I got my IKEA hat. Mike Waddell's the man of many hats, but
here I come.
Baby, I got issues, but I love myself. Baby, I got issues, but I love myself.
I think I have this one. It's special to me.
He doesn't have an IKEA hat. He's done.
He doesn't. Yeah, he's got to go get one. Yep.
That's awesome.
It was raining that day, so I didn't want to get my head wet. But yeah, any Buffalo Trace product is good for me, but there's a lot of them out there. I think just taste them and develop, a taste for what you like.
Yeah. All right, a couple rapid fire ones, and then I'll wrap up with one last, more serious question, but a couple rapid fire at you. So whatever comes to mind first. Now, we'll start with the first one. Greatest boxer, Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson? Those are the only two choices you get. Now, people can argue, yes, I understand people that there are many other choices. Those are the two I'm giving you, Roy. Which do you think was longer legacy? Or will be?
Longer legacy for sure is Muhammad Ali. But, you got to give Tyson props. He's a beast.
Yep.
I think this Paul fight coming up, he's going to kill him. But,
Yep, for sure.
Okay, so
guys, that's going to be interesting. Well, I tell you what, I don't know if you watched him train, but his legs are the size of tree trunks, man. I just couldn't imagine. I mean, just because he uses his hips to shift his weight a lot, and I just couldn't imagine. I mean, no, the word is no.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I wouldn't get in the ring with him for sure.
No way, man. No way. Okay, so Joe Montana or John Elway?
Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom was a big 49ers fan, so I grew up watching Joe. As much as I hated it being a Packer fan, that was our rival, but Joe was on every Sunday. So
okay.
Yeah.
So that's great. I like Joe too.
I like the fact that he kind of stayed where he was and has a legacy there in San Francisco. He didn't move around, didn't have to go different places, etc.
Okay. And because I happen to be from Indianapolis, I'm just going to ask the question: Peyton Manning or Tom Brady?
That's tough too. I mean, obviously stats-wise, you can't argue with Brady. Brady's probably the best quarterback ever, stats-wise. He's got the most rings, but sometimes the most rings doesn't mean you're the most technical. I'm a Brett Favre fan. And I like Peyton too. Peyton's done some great things, and he continues to promote that. So
we'll add Favre
really
to that
hard.
mix then. We'll add Favre. We'll add Favre to that mix. So you got Brady, Favre, or Peyton.
Hands down, it's Favre. Yeah.
Hands down. Okay.
You
had to put this.
Yeah.
You had to put the cheese head back on, right?
I did. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. All right, so just a couple more quick fire ones because these are good. Get people to kind of know you. Chevy or Ford?
That's tough too. I grew up as a Chevy guy. My whole family drives Chevys, but I bought a Ford C-Max a little while ago, and that sucker just keeps going. It's like the Energizer Bunny.
Nice.
It's a hybrid. It goes well. I like Ford trucks. My son just recently bought a Ford, so I think I've transitioned to Ford, but I'm not opposed to Chevy. Chevy makes a good product too.
Okay, so you've dipped more towards the Ford way recently.
Yeah, believe it or not, I have a Jeep. I have a Jeep Mojave. So
okay,
but that's more for my wife than for me. She wants to ride with the top down.
Fair enough. I've always heard that the Ford was for fall apart on race day. But I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying. I don't know. And I'm a car guy, so.
I heard it a different way. It was rebuilt Dodge, but we can't play that one. So
No, we can't. We'll just bleep the first part out. It'll be all good. That is
There you
great,
go.
though. I'd never heard that before. That is fantastic. That is a good one. Here's one more coming at you. Ferrari or Lamborghini? In your
Ferrari.
mind, would Ferrari? Okay.
Yeah.
And then last one I'll do here, just for fun, is we'll say, Dodge versus Tesla.
Dodge,
Yeah,
American
I
muscle,
thought-
Mopar. You know. Let's go.
Mopar, baby.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
All right, so to the last one here, more on a more serious note. So as president, and we'll wrap up with this, as president of the chapter, what are kind of some of your main goals this year for the chapter to do or to accomplish? What do you want the chapter by the end of the year to look back and be able to say, yeah, we did X, Y, and Z, and obviously very proud of what we've done. What would you like those things to be?
Well, I think growing our membership is important. We've always kind of held around 200 members or so. So we have Danielle Iorio, who has taken over as a membership vice president or chair, and she's doing a fantastic job. She's reaching out to people, getting the memberships going. I mean, for as easy it is to sign up as a Cable MSO, if you're a Cable Labs member, you would think it'd be a no-brainer, right? Everybody would sign up. But it's not like that. I mean,
Here it is. If you want to go out and get it, you can go out and get it. Have fun with it. But people do like it, I must say.
you really have to promote why SCTE is good, what's the value you're getting, and then they go and sign up because they're curious. I think I've introduced membership meetings this year. So once a quarter, we'll get together as a membership, and people can fire off questions. They can hear our ongoings in the board, what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish. That's important. I think, the members need more than training. I think they need to understand what goes into this, how to get involved, how to do things. And I think internally as a board, I think we're concentrating on trying to train our board members to move the legacy forward. So we can kind of step back as senior leaders and allow other people to take the reins and do things in the board and make good things happen, use their ideas to grow. So we're taking the time to do that. We got 20 associates who are interested. They're watching, they're learning, they're following along, they're getting active in committees. So yeah, I think that's the most important thing. It's just getting in touch with each other and growing the membership and really improving on what we do as a chapter.
Oh, that's great. That is absolutely great. Royd, I greatly appreciate the time. And for all the users out there watching this, if you have questions for Royd, don't hold back. Post them below, and we will get those answers directly from Royd. Spare no expense on your question. Ask whatever you want. This man is an open book. He will answer the question. So please comment below any questions you may have for Royd. Also leave links for the SCTE main site there, as well as the SCTE Penn-Ohio.org. Those will be below in the description as well, guys. So Royd, truly, once again, it was a privilege and honor. Thanks for spending the hour and 32 minutes plus with us here today. And greatly appreciate the time and the knowledge you've given to everybody today.
Yeah, thanks, John. Appreciate you and your partnership. Thanks for doing what you do. We really needed it in this business, and I think you're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, no, appreciate you. So, guys, we are out, and we will catch you on the next episode of The Hot Seat.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Hot Seat. Today's video was brought to you in partnership with Antronics.com. For all of your passive component needs, Antronics.com.